Hello, everyone. How's everybody doing tonight? James Catney's, I hope everything's going to be okay. Your family's in our prayers here. Mary Jones, how are you doing? Scott Jacobs in appreciation. And good old Indiana boy. Vicky England. Hitch up and tow. Dry Campers, how are you? J. Charles Outdoors. Daydream about nice things. Gary, I'm sorry. I just worry about you, boy, when we don't hear from you. Love you. Even though you don't wear any Bulls colors, you wear that, Alabama stuff. Oh, mercy. Jerry Holly, hi, how are you doing? RV Ashes in April. KNR Destinations. Endless RVing. How's everybody doing tonight? Mary Jones, I can't remember if I said hello to you or not, but hello. Yes, it's nice to be wanted, isn't it? We love you, Gary. Even though, like I said, you don't wear that orange and white. Oh, shoot. Kentucky Coal Miner, how are you doing? Avenger RV Adventure. Doreen Brenneman. Beth Hammer, how are you? Can't wait to see you when you come down here. We got an agenda tonight. After I greet everybody, I'm bringing in my special guest tonight from Downsizing Makes Cents. Misfits and Dreamers, hello, Bob. How are you doing? Get a little few people in here, then I'll send out the link for my guest. There's Downsizing Makes Sense. How are you doing? Amy McFarland, the off-grid infant. Hello, how are you doing? Our epic RV adventure. He's sitting right here, right by me, Jerry. And when we was trying to think of someone that deserved that, you came to our mind automatically. Jim said Jerry has to have that. From one fireman to another. I just hope you enjoyed it. You're multitasking, KNR Destinations. Well, a lot of us are been doing that. RV Ashes in April, burning up the roads. Pamela A. How are y'all doing? The first thing tonight, I want to everybody send out prayers to Kathy Outdoor Adventures. Her dad was in a bad car accident, and he's in surgery right now. And so we all say our prayers, and hopefully everything goes good and get him taken care of. Yeah, we know where that's at, Beth Hammer, and we'll be glad to hook up with you. Well, thank you, Mary. Just dug it out of the closet. Excuse me. It's a beautiful day here in the Smoky Mountains, and it's supposed to be some pretty weather coming up, and hopefully maybe we'll get out and go for a drive. The Smoky Mountains is going to start opening up in different phases, just a little bit at a time. Yeah, Beth Hammer, you'll be down here on Jim's birthday. He will turn 60 on May the 14th. Yeah, I'm married to an old man. I love him. Yeah, we'll have to celebrate Jim's birthday when you come down. For several years there, though, his birthday always fell on Mother's Day. Poor guy always got ripped off. Just like one year, all of our kids said, "Oh, Mom and Dad, we're going to take you to Cracker Barrel for your birthday and Dad's for Dad's birthday and for Mother's Day." And we thought, "Oh boy, that's a nice treat." And we all sat down and ate and ordered our food and ate. When the bills came, our children quickly looked at each other. One goes, "I left my wallet at home." Another one goes, "I don't know what's wrong. My debit card's not working." Another one had another story. So, needless to say, we paid for Father's Day and our Mother's Day dinner, our birthday and Mother's Day. And then one of them walks up to me and hands me a cookie. Now, I tell you, these boys were in their 20s, okay? One of them walks up to me with a cookie and a wrapper with his hand shaking like a leaf and said, "Here, Mom, here's your cookie for Mother's Day." And the cookie was all broken up in the package and said, "I'm sorry, it's all crumbled, but here's your Mother's Day present." So our children are always full of surprises. I mean, when you get 5 boys, anything can happen. Those boys kept us on our toes for the day they were born, and they still do. And they're in their 20s and 30s. So, do children ever grow up? No. Hopefully they will one day. Yeah, you gotta love them, Mary. You gotta love them. Well, one of them's wife came through shining like she stole the show and said, "Here, I got you a bracelet." And so she gave me one of those charm bracelets that you had a bracelet you had a charms to all the time. So, yeah, that's a Mother's Day I will never forget because Mother's Day and Jim's birthday all fell on the same day. And the kids said, "Hey, for everything, we're going to take you to Cracker Barrel." And I was all looking forward to Cracker Barrel. Needless to say, we didn't know we was going to have to pay for our own lunch, but we did. But, they're your children. You will always love them no matter what. It was a beautiful day here today. I bet it was about 70, started out kind of cool. I think it's supposed to get up to about 80 by Monday, but we got chances of rain coming back in. Okay, in our destination, you're going out for a bike ride tomorrow? Well, I'll tell you what, there's a strip up through here in the mountains called Tail the Dragon. And that's where the motorcycles love to go. I forget how many curves it is. They hug them. Oh, you're going out to riding to look at an RV. Woo. We got I'm going to put out a video about it. I got all the balances down around the window. Jim did all that. Doreen Bremen, I live right here in the Smoky Mountains area, close to Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. Yeah, we're going to put out a video Wednesday. It's time to do one about getting to know me a little bit better and all the things that we go through and what our plans are and how our plans on this channel and everything. So, excuse me. Oh, there you go. 318 curves and 11 miles. That's the Tail of the Dragon. They got cameras set up at different points through there. And there's one place I believe they have a gas station and a hotel, and they got this big tree called the Tree of Shame, and that's where you'll find like motorcycle helmets and parts of bikes and cars and stuff. People that have crashed on that road and everything. It's really neat Senior sister, hello. How are you doing tonight? So, I mean, it's an interesting place. All right. We're going to get on into, let's see if I know how to remember how to do some of this stuff. I only do live streams once a week, and sometimes this memory gets very forgetful. I don't know why, but it does. Ah. All right. I put a link in the chat, and that is for my special guest tonight. Just whenever you get ready, like you can hook up and click on that link and come in, and we're going to talk tonight. I did see Mel Nitty living free zip codeless. Hi, how are you? I missed you. In New Vision Security Services, hello, Blake. And it's about time now, and RV Dog's in the house. All right. Everybody, I want you to join me as we learn from the experts of the channel Downsizing Makes Cents on how to prepare to go full-time RVing, from downsizing your home to living in your RV full-time.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, wait. I wanted to show Chewy first. She never gets to be in the show.
Oh, Chewy. I love that dog. He's so cute.
See that tongue? It sticks out all the time.
She's a little
well, our neighbor's got a dog just like that, and theirs does the same thing.
Yeah, it sticks out. Okay, enough of Chewy.
You gotta get close together, honey. Luna, you gotta get closer to me, honey.
I thought I was trying to get away.
There we go.
Okay.
Everybody, these
we still like each other.
We gotta go this way.
These people are the experts of downsizing and going full time. And I watched that video today, and I tell you, we had an incident one time when we were camping, and actually the RV wasn't as quite as level as we thought. We had a fifth wheel at the time, and we had a little bit of a slide issue, but we managed to pull out of it. And I watched that today, and I was like, oh, my lands.
Good thing we had one of those boys with us.
And watching you and your husband and your son pushing that slide in, I was like,
yeah, it wasn't easy. I'm telling you, my back hurt for about 2 days after that.
I tell you, you guys, no matter what you have been through, you come shining through stronger than ever each and every time.
Well, we make it look like that.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like that sometimes. Sure. Yeah. We are experts in starting to full-time during a pandemic. Yes. We
did that right.
We have become experts in that. Yeah, our timing wasn't the greatest.
Well, you always wonder, is it going to be the right time? But let's just go for it.
Yep.
What made you all decide to go full-time?
Well, I've been watching I've had a RV for, I guess 2012 we got our first RV, but we've been tent camping for a long time. And I started watching a lot of RV YouTubes, and I came up with the idea like, hey, you could do this full time and you can quit your job and, try a different lifestyle. So for like 2 years, I've been watching all those guys that have been around for years. Mm-hmm. And then I got Alice into it. I can't remember what channel I started with.
I think it was KYD.
Maybe KYD when they were really like a smaller channel, and really got her interested in that. And then she started watching all of the RV YouTube stuff with me. And I've been doing it for a couple of years, I'd say.
Yeah.
And that's what started the idea. And then once I found out Alice was actually game, then
but you know what made me really want to do it? Is when we flew to California to see my son when he was living in California, and we went to Yosemite. That was it. That's when I was like,
Yeah.
I want to do this more. I want to see, I'm wearing my Yosemite shirt. I want to see more of this.
Yeah, being outdoors and hiking and all that kind of stuff, that's definitely something that was what got Alice on board. I actually started looking at the tiny house thing first.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, I got really into the whole tiny house movement. Then I'm like, why get a tiny house when I could just get an RV and then move my tiny house wherever I wanted? And tiny houses are expensive.
Yes.
So then we kind of got off the tiny house thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I've seen some videos on those, and I thought, but then I want to move after a couple of weeks. I want to go. I wanted that change of scenery. After a while, you get tired of looking at your neighbors. You just want to pick up and move.
Yep.
Yeah, I actually I got interested actually even in the container homes there for a while. I came across a documentary, an Australian couple that had put 2 containers together in the outback.
Yeah.
And that, if you haven't seen, I got to put a link up there somewhere, because that was a really awesome video. They did it in a very simple way and just living simply and getting away from the
thing. Yeah.
That one is an awesome documentary. It's like an hour and a half long. And I was hooked after that. And then I was looking at container homes. Then we got to the RV thing. But
no. In between, he looked at sailboats or catamarans.
Right. Yeah. So my real dream is to take Alice out on a sailboat and do the thing across the world, but she's not going to go for the sailboat. I'm afraid
of big open water.
Me too. I'm with you on that one. I am.
I won't. Sorry. Am I pushing you out of the camera?
Yeah, you're pushing me out. What are you trying to do, babe? I know how to move you over. I just give you one of these.
Don't behave. We're on camera.
That's why I loved your channel, because you were down to earth. I mean, and of course, I think we both started channels at the same time. Yeah. And I like to watch you both grow as I was growing. And I was kind of trying to figure out how to learn your editing techniques. And I thought, boy, he is king at editing.
He spends a lot of time editing. I have to give him that.
I really like learning new things. And so I really kind of dove in. I took a couple of courses on editing. I've had a YouTube channel, my personal YouTube channel. It's called Larry Grimm. I've had it since 2007, and a lot of crazy, stupid stuff on that channel. And so I've been making videos. They're terrible, but some of them have, like, I got one that has 500,000 views. It's just doing silly stuff. Like that one is like RC cars jumping onto my roof and then off the roof. And my son is in it narrating. It's hilarious. Yeah, and the comments I get from people,
it's all about him
on that video, are all about, like, somebody shoot that kid or something. You know what I mean? That's pretty funny. So I got into that, but then I got serious about editing and doing a good job when we started a channel, like you and I were talking about. It's like in September.
Yeah.
And it's not easy to try to make things look nice,
Yeah. I mean, it's different. I thought, I can do this. I can film myself, blah, blah, blah. And then that very first one, I was like, I made that intro like 10 times or more. And I thought, God, that sounds stupid.
Being in front of the camera.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what's good about when people that do live streams. I think that they spend so much more time in front of the camera. They seem to get really comfortable on camera. I think, like, they become comfortable very quickly when they, start a channel. I think that's a big plus about live streams. You should get so used to it.
So, how long did it take you to go through all this downsizing to do this?
Well, it was originally supposed to take like 5 years. So I started taking my time. I was like, okay, I'll start donating things. So I started selling things on eBay and so on. And then Larry's RA, his rheumatoid arthritis, got really bad. And he says, we need to step this up.
We need to pick it up a little bit.
So I ramped up eBay. And then I started doing like Facebook Marketplace for the big items. And I just started, I stopped working because I was teaching at a local state college. I teach like freshman, sophomore English. And I'm like, okay, full time, I need to do this. And we're remodeling the house too to sell. Whoa. So at the same exact time, we're tearing up tile. we're getting new carpet. We're having wallpaper removed that's been there since the 90s.
Right.
It was selling on eBay and getting our kid in college and into the dorms. Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
Yeah, I think we kind of started. I want to say it was like last summer was when we really got serious about it.
Yeah.
I read a couple of books about downsizing and stuff, and then we really hit Alice got on the eBay thing. I'm telling you, we were on fire there. I mean, at some point we had, Hundreds. 200 or 300 things on eBay at a time, and we're selling thousands and thousands. I mean, the stack of stuff that's at the doorstep. I was going through some of my old iPhones, photos the other day, and 20 or 30 things at the front door out every day on eBay. And that really helped kind of get the stuff out of the house. And I kind of noticed this like relief of getting rid of stuff. It became almost like a drug.
Yes.
Like, oh, that felt good. I want to try that again. I've had this necklace of pain of all this junk that I have. And every time we got rid of something, especially with something significant, it was like, man, that felt good.
But you know what really felt good? Burning. We have our own fire pit at our old house. And
she's a pyro, man. Every time I turn around, it's like a giant fire in the background.
I love burning stuff.
I'm like, honey, this garbage. We can we're burning it.
Yearbooks, though. When I burn like high school yearbooks, I just like, sorry if y'all had a great high school year, good for you. But I have some bad memories of high school. It's kind of funny. Most people are surprised. I'm actually a high school dropout in the middle of my senior year because they wanted to flunk me and make me go to summer school because I skipped too much. And then now I have a master's in English and I'm a college professor. So,
boy, big turnaround there.
Yeah.
And she soon will be the internet YouTube professor. That is actually the big plan.
Yeah.
For Alice to have her own channel, and it will be all about teaching
grammar, literature, and writing.
Right.
Which is what I did for a living.
Yeah. So our YouTube thing actually was kind of like a prep to learn how to do videos, and it could basically just start her so she could have her own channel. It would be like
without him,
her way to make money instead of like teaching, like going online and teaching courses, kind of having her own courses and stuff like that. So that's the plan.
Yes.
For me to sit back and chill while she makes the money teaching online.
Yes.
Well, with all this mess going on right now and people have to homeschool a lot, that is a good thing to have. I mean, you will, it would be a need, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we kind of missed her, should have had our time. And we
should have done it right away.
She would have been geared up perfectly for this. But I think because of this pandemic and so many people have gotten used to, teleconferencing for school and stuff like that, I think it'll be much more common for people to want to get their tutoring and get their extra help through Zoom or, live stream or whatever. And I think that we're, probably going to be set up pretty good for that.
Yeah.
So how do you handle your internet? I mean, do you use that invisible internet or Togo or?
We actually got a plan. I actually got my idea from an endless RVing video. Now, Izzy did this video.
Is he still in the?
I'm not sure if he's still in.
She was here.
He was here. Yeah.
He did this video. I don't know a few months ago, anyways. Yeah. And at the time, we were just using an extra card on our current cell phone plan. We only had like a certain number of gigabytes. And we were going over that easily just on like weekend trips. And then so we went full time. We needed something that was better. And that, if you have a problem with internet and having enough megabytes or gigabytes, watch Endless RVing's video on that solution, because that's what we use.
Yeah.
And it's
cheap,
helped
a lot.
It's cheap and it's awesome.
Yeah.
Now, the one question my husband keeps wondering about, because if we do go out and because we're going to do a trial run, and if we like it, how do we handle mail? I know some people use escapees. I mean, like right now, I have a P.O. box for my channel just for safety purposes. I don't want packages coming here and everybody knowing my address.
I know where you live.
So I was wondering how do you go deal with that?
Well, that's when we were going full time about a couple months before I got on YouTube again, and I started looking at all the solutions of the different channels and what they've done. And and it was actually an RV Odd Couple video. They did theirs on traveling mailboxes.
Yeah.
Traveling, I think it's called
traveling mailbox.
right? Traveling mailbox. That's what it's called. And I ended up signing up with them. They seem to have the great mixture of like the price for the service that you get, and they had different tiers and stuff. I could get an address right in Orlando. And I've been doing that. The trick with that was, and the mistake I made, and it's actually awesome because they basically scan your mail when you get it in. You get a thing on your phone. It tells you, it has a picture of the outside of the envelope. If you want to see the inside of the envelope, you just click a box, and within 3 or 4 hours, they'll scan it for you. You can see inside the envelope, and you get like 40-page scans a month or something like that for free. So it's really good for managing your mail like that. You get a real address.
Yes, which is important.
And then you get a like an envelope address, like for regular mail. And then you get an address for packages. And the package address is in North Carolina.
Yeah.
The problem, the mistake that I made with that was I gave that address to the company that I work for. And every once in a while, there would be a back order or something like that. And they'd ship it to that address.
To the wrong place.
And if it goes to traveling mailboxes, they charge you $20 per package.
Yeah.
To forward it to you.
Yeah. Oh. So you don't want to do packages with them.
Yeah. So packages, it's like if that's like a last option, you do packages. Packages, obviously we have Amazon shipped to wherever we are at the time, but state parks or Thousand Trails or whatever like that. But traveling mailbox, I still recommend it, even though I got caught in this trap of the expensive packages. It's a really good solution. Obviously, if you've got a family member. Yeah, that's William was talking about, he uses a family member.
Yeah, yeah. We don't
to do that. Yeah. And
which would be helpful, but our 2 boys, they do have an apartment, but they might only be in there for a year. So it would be silly to set it up for that address and then have to change it again. So,
and I use their address for like certain things that are sensitive that, I can't afford to get lost or whatever like that. Yeah. But the traveling mailbox is good. I probably get 20 or 30 pieces of mail. The most important thing was, but about a month before we moved and went in full time, of course, you got to do the whole post office thing and do your forwarding. So you got to set that traveling mailbox or whatever company you use like way ahead of time so that when you send your forms to the post office, they have enough time to do the forwarding. Yeah. And so now a lot of the stuff that we get at traveling mailbox is still being forwarded. So you have to keep track of that. And then, because sometimes you get mail and you're like, oh, I forgot to notify that company or that person. And then the cool thing is you just get it on your phone and you call them and say, hey, I have a new address.
But didn't William from Camper Life tell us that USPS for free like scans like every piece of mail you get, which I never heard of.
Yeah, you're gonna have to get William on.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Yeah, is he here?
I like it that traveling mailbox scans it because if something important, I want to know about it as quickly as possible. And then once a month, they'll forward all your mail to you.
Yeah.
Bob says he'll send you his number, so I don't know what that means.
I think all my mail's gonna go to Bob then. You can have it, Bob. It's almost all bills.
Yeah.
So have at it, baby.
Yeah. Bob, you got to pay their bills though.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah, even though the one reason we did this is to save money and they'll have less bills. We still have bills, but there's a lot less. I'll say that when you have a house, there's a lot of those little extra things you got every month to deal with, and
we didn't just sell the house. We had a boat. We sold the boat.
Yeah.
We had a different RV that we had sold that was more like a business RV for Larry. 2 of our cars are now with the boys, so we don't have those cars.
Pawn those off on the kids. Yeah.
Yeah. But they got my Prius. I want my Prius back, but oh well. But yeah, so there are a lot of things we got rid of. But we admit we do have 2 storage units, but the boys are slowly getting stuff out of storage. So we're hoping to get that storage down to maybe 1 storage unit.
I don't know how anybody could do this without using at least 1 storage unit. I mean, I have heard stories of people that they got rid of everything. I mean, literally everything that couldn't fit in the RV. I'm like, what do you do with the stuff that you've kept for years? Do you get rid of all that stuff?
Yeah.
I don't understand that.
Yeah, I'm just not.
Yeah, when we moved from up in Indiana down here, I got rid of, I just kept hauling stuff to the Goodwill, Salvation Army. Oh, it felt so good to get rid of stuff.
It does.
It does.
I can't, I must have made 200 Goodwill trips.
We have stuff ready for Goodwill right now, but they're not taking anything right now. So we have like a pile of Goodwill still.
And now, and then how's Larry's head doing? I saw the video.
We
Know
gotta
what?
show him the head. I don't know. Is there scar? Is there still a scar there?
See, there's yeah.
Scar. Yeah, it's doing great. It's doing.
Yeah.
It's got a wicked scar
Oh,
there.
you know what's funny? There's still a little like, will it grow back? Because that's definitely more bald than the rest.
There was never a lot of hair there to begin with. So
I was gonna say you got your quarantine haircut that day.
That's right. That's right. That's great. Yeah, that's exactly right. It's healing, but it's gonna leave a pretty nasty scar because we didn't really close it. You know, we could have closed it with some steri strips. And stuff,
we should have done.
Alice just wasn't up for it.
I was gonna pass out.
Yeah,
seriously.
And I couldn't do it myself. So
yeah, I was gonna pass out.
I mean, there was when we had our fifth wheel. I don't know how many times I'd be walking under that hitch. And I came close several times, hitting my head on that. Oh.
Yeah, the corners of the slides are really bad. That's why we got the little foamies on the slides. And I still hit those all the time because where our entry to our basement is right where that corner of that slide is. You're constantly in and out of there.
Yeah.
And you know, everybody's got to hit their head there. I mean, maybe I'm just clumsy. I don't know.
No,
I hit my head all the time.
Everyone should have pool noodles.
I hit my head on the awning pose.
Oh, ours are real high.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Every time I know they're there.
Yeah.
Bunk.
Yeah, when we had our travel trailer, our poles for our awning were low like that, and I'd walk right into them all the time.
Yeah. I actually at one point like thought of like flying, like putting a kite on it or something so it hangs down so it reminds you or something. I don't know.
So do you all have any plans to do boondocking and getting the solar?
Actually, you know what? We are in the middle of talking with the dry campers about doing some solar stuff. I had a long talk with William about it because he's doing, you know, thinking about that.
Waiting for camper life.
Eventually, I think, you know, we don't see ourselves being like out west, like Montana or Idaho or anything anytime soon.
Not
doing that like major boondocking, but that's our goal. A lot of that has to do with how long I keep working.
Yeah.
But yeah. Before we go and travel full time, like hit the country, we're going to get the full solar inverter, lithium battery setup. Yeah. So we got that money set aside from when we sold the house to put into the RV. But I really just want to make sure that this RV, this fifth wheel, is the one we were going to keep. We've had this since August and we love it, but it's a little bit big. We need
to downsize.
We really wish we had gotten something.
That's what Bob keeps saying. He goes, their channel is Downsizing Makes Sense. Look at their RV.
Yeah, I mean, but you know, if you're living in something full time, I think you can't go too small.
Yeah,
but
even though Carrie and Russ do, I don't know how they did.
When they went into
they had the
little guy Max.
I don't know how they didn't kill each other.
I have no idea.
Now I couldn't go that small. No,
not full time.
Yeah, there'd be a hole on the side of the road somewhere with the body.
He'd have a lot more head injuries.
Right.
One of us would be probably left standing alongside the road. It'd probably be me. Him and the dog would take off, and I would be standing along the road.
Yeah, we ultimately I think we'd rather have like a 30-foot fifth wheel. This one's 35. I think a 30 would be good. But we really wanted to get a Solitude, and this is the smallest one that they made.
We'd love to stay with Grand Design. Okay. Obviously, because of our latest video,
right?
We talk about how Grand Design had absolutely no reason to take care of the slide because we were out of warranty. We bought it, Grand Design used, but they were like no problem and took care of it. So
that was amazing.
Yeah, we'd love to stay with Grand Design.
And they have a 30-footer that's a reflection, but it's not really built for full-time living. It's not as well built as the Solitudes. But my big worry is when we get off and we start boondocking, get off on those roads. Yeah, like it can rattle a fifth wheel to death. Yeah. So I'm a little worried how this one is going to take getting deep on the roads. Yeah, watch channels like Fade Inbound or whatever. They're out there in the middle of nowhere and they take these rickety roads. I don't know if this fifth wheel is going to hold up over that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Grassroots Living, like Bob said, they downsized to that topper that goes onto your truck. Now I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that.
Now the reason I got a dually truck, I didn't really need a dually for this fifth wheel, but when we do our Alaska trip, probably next summer, that's what we're going to do. We're going to get a truck camper. We're going to rent or I don't know, do
like
something.
A Lance.
We're going to get a big old truck camper, stick it on the back of the truck, because I do not want to drag this fifth wheel all the way to Alaska. So we're going to do the truck camper thing and spend the summer in Alaska. That's the plan anyway. We'll see what happens.
That's something similar to what KYD did. They got a small camper type deal.
Yeah.
That's funny. I hardly ever watch them anymore. I mean, I watched them a lot, like a long time ago.
Yeah.
I don't really keep up on them.
I'm just kind of a hit and miss on theirs too, because there's so many other people to.
Yes, there's a lot. There's a lot.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, we watch a lot of the crew that our group,
Yeah.
And I try to pretty much stay with that these days.
Yeah.
So, if we do go full time, Jim wants to get a safe spot and like a piece of land with a carport over it, and maybe have hookups for like 2 or 3 people. Is that something that you're going to continue doing after all this is over with?
Well, I think that, the piece of land that we're on like that is almost exactly like that. I mean, it could easily support 2 or 3 RVs, except, I don't own it. This is my buddy mine's property, but I could see definitely after we finish traveling a lot, like let's say we spent 3 or 4 years traveling the US, I could definitely see that we need to find a place to have like a more permanent place to park.
Mm-hmm.
And I think what he's talking about is exactly right. It would have to be cheap though, because we wouldn't want to spend a lot of money on that. And it would have to be something that just has like a carport and hookups. I don't want like a building there that you have to maintain.
Right. No.
Just absolutely. Something really rustic like that. And then out in the country with maybe some land, that would be ideal.
Well, that's one of the things, we were supposed to do is when we were traveling, we were going to look for that piece of land in a way, so we were going to travel to different states and say, oh, we like this state. We like this, so that has always been our plan, to look for a piece of land, for a home base.
Yeah. I mean, after all this mess, we know we want a safe spot that we can come back to. And if we have a friend that needs to have a safe spot, they can come there too.
Hey, sorry, every once in a while I look because I can see some orange pop up. And the Art of RVing said, I like your RV bus shirt. I actually got this in Yosemite. It's like one of the coolest shirts they had.
I want to go to Yosemite so bad.
Yosemite's just, like I said, that's what won me over.
We both have been there a couple of times. As far as I'm concerned, you can never go to Yosemite too much. It's just
or so stay too long. I want to stay until they kick me out.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, I can't wait to go back. When we're full time, we actually pull our RV in there, come into the valley with our RV. That will be a really cool moment.
I'm gonna cry.
I want to see all the national parks. I mean, I've seen of course, I see the Great Smoky Mountains. I want to see them all. Yeah,
me too. Yeah,
that's the goal. Get out there and see a lot of those national parks and spend a lot of time alone together in the middle of the wilderness, honey.
Ooh.
Where you might get lost. Fall off a cliff.
That's not what I'm looking for.
So now that you two have been, you can't go anywhere, do anything during all this. Are you getting tired of looking at each other? Yeah.
Alice is definitely tired of me being around too much. But, I'm still working. I'm only really working a couple of days a week right now. And so I spent a lot of time here.
Because elective surgeries were canceled, but they're about to start back up again. So he's going to be out of the house more.
Yeah, I'm a rep. I work in the operating room. I sell in the operating room. And so when the surgeons I work with have cases, so elective cases that, they all got shut down, but that's all coming back up next week. So Alice will be happy again that she'll have some more space. But honey, what are you going to do when we're...
No, he's really good about because we've been together 35 years and that's really key that he knows the looks. 30, is that what you said? That he really knows that the looks I have.
Oh yeah.
That's where I'll be upset and he'll want to go to give me a hug. And I'm like, no, that'll make it worse. Just back off. He's, we've learned because we started dating in junior college. Yeah. Okay. So that's really important if you're going to be in a small space, that you guys know each other's signals and are very honest with, now is not the time to talk to me because you won't want to hear what I have to say to you. I'm being serious though. It's really important.
I finally started picking up on those signals 2 years ago, I think it was. It took me 30 years to get it. But now I've got it. I'm 100%. I got the signal.
Well, I can't wait till the Mayberry meetup. I mean, I think there's probably Bob has probably the right count. I think there's probably about 32 different channels going to be there.
Whoa.
That's
So
wow.
That's a party.
We're gonna definitely plan some sort of like major like video thing for
You know
that.
what'd be nice if we could do that's too many names though. Because like Roads We Roam
I'm sure we'll have a
t-shirt.
shirt. Oh yeah.
The shirt would be cool, but you couldn't put all those
print
names.
will be small. Oh yeah, it'll all be on there.
There'd be too many.
Come on, you guys have shirts, right? I love I don't have very many shirts. I have like 4 shirts. Have you ever seen our videos? I got like 4 shirts. And one of them
that's Jim.
one of them is that Roads We Roam media shirt.
Yeah.
That's why I wear some, because I only have like 4 shirts that aren't gray, just like
well, we could have a shirt that doesn't have all our names on it. And just the date and everything.
That's cool.
Well, maybe we could just have initials.
Yeah, we're really looking forward to that. That should be a lot of fun.
DMC.
I mean, meeting all the people that we chat with, and we watch their videos and they watch our videos and stuff like that. I think that's going to be a really fun meet, and we're really looking forward to it.
Yes.
Yeah, because I mean, after talking to everybody through here, I'm like, I got to see people face to face now.
Yeah. I'm a hugger. We got to get some hugs going.
Maybe Bob will have his beard grow back by then.
Oh,
I don't know.
I'm sorry, Bob.
I like the shave, Bob.
No, it kind of freaked me out when I watched his challenge video.
He looks so much younger.
He looks so different.
Yeah, he looks good.
I mean, the first time he showed himself on camera, I was like, "Oh, is that Bob?"
Yeah, he looks good. What freaked me out with that one is the ponytail. He had the ponytail.
Oh yeah, at first he had the ponytail.
He was rocking the ponytail.
When he shaved.
He was pulling it off too. It's pretty cool. I say, Bob, keep the shave going all the way to Mayberry.
I don't know about that.
Well, do you have any advice for anybody that's thinking about going full time?
Yeah. I would say do what we did and watch a lot of videos on YouTube. I mean, seriously, watch even weekenders have good advice, but watch a lot of full timers and see what they've gone through, because that's what we did. We watched a lot of YouTube to see, there's a lot of good channels out there that have been doing it for years, you know. Right?
Yeah, my advice is I'm a big audiobook guy. And over the last couple of years, I've probably read, 90 audiobooks or something. And a lot of them were about downsizing and a simpler life. Those are really inspiring. And like, if you're on the edge, like, should I do this? Should I not do this? I should put a video up with some books, because some of those books really made a difference to me. And
there's one book that's good for relationship advice. Seriously, it really made a difference with us. Tell them what that book is.
Yeah, that's the 5 love languages. I came to Al that maybe 5 years ago or something like that. We're going through one of those times, and I came to her with a test in the 5 love languages. And that was a great book. If you don't know what love language you are, you need to read that book and find out, because
you have to look that up.
You might be giving your significant other the wrong type of love.
Yes.
I know.
I'm not a hugger.
I know. I was giving her the wrong love. She's acts of service, and I'm physical touch.
Yes. If he makes me a smoothie,
right there.
If he makes me a smoothie, then he gets a back scratch.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
If Bob or any of the moderators could have put a link to their Downsizing Makes Sense into the chat, everybody needs to check out your channel. I mean, you two are just so down to earth and fun to watch.
Well, thanks a lot, Susan. It's awesome. We love doing this stuff. It's so much fun getting to meet everybody and watch all the videos. It's awesome.
And I love the comments on videos and getting back to people. I do.
Yeah, I try my best to get to everybody. I mean, I don't get a huge amount, but I like that interaction with everybody.
And I also love Instagram. So if you guys don't know us on Instagram, that's where you get the day-to-day.
Yeah.
That's where
she's the Instagram queen, not me. I don't really do the Instagram thing. I spend too much time editing videos, but she is awesome with the Instagram.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm Instagram, and I do some Facebook, and I tried Twitter, and
I don't like Twitter.
I'm too back and forth on that. I don't get a lot of interaction there, but Instagram, I mean, I get a lot of interaction. I like it better.
Yeah.
And there seems to be more crossover with Instagram, where YouTubers are crossing more into Instagram, I think, than like Facebook and Twitter or some of the other stuff. You get more of the same crew. They're just communicating in a different medium. That's all.
Yeah.
And Instagram is also a great way to message me instead of like giving me a message comment on YouTube and maybe getting flagged or something. You know, you send me a message on Instagram.
Depending on what you're saying.
Larry doesn't read those, so say whatever you want.
Hey, baby.
I mean, if I send someone a message on Instagram, I get more of a quicker response than I do on Facebook because some people don't hear that go off, but I love it a lot better.
Yeah. Hey, let me ask you: have you ever had any like mean messages so far? Everybody kept warning us about like
we've
mean
gotten
messages.
A few.
I haven't really gotten anything like. I've been waiting for like a really good like really tear into us one.
He doesn't
like
read
you guys are awful. Why are you doing this?
We've gotten a few.
We haven't got one of those yet, but I'm waiting for that one.
Yes, we have.
I'm waiting for mine. No, I haven't.
Who's going to say something mean to you? We're weird, so they feel it's okay to say something mean.
I say stupid stuff all the time. I'm waiting for somebody to jump on it, but nobody has yet.
Well, see, I found your channel when Bob was talking about all the different people going to the Tampa show, and he started talking about you all and about you going full-time and everything. So I thought, well, I'll check you all out. So.
Yeah, that's where we hooked up with you. Was in that when we first started doing live streams.
It was Bob.
You know, watching live streams. It was
Blue Wave Bob.
Blue Wave. This is exactly right.
Well, I want to thank you all for coming in tonight. I totally appreciate it for taking the time.
Totally fun. Awesome. Yeah. Thanks for having us, Susan.
Thanks for asking us.
It's good to hook up with you.
Well, I hope you all have a good night, and I want everybody
a distance hug.
There we go.
Don't worry, I'll hug Alice for you.
No, I don't want to hug from you. I want to hug from Susan.
Okay, guys, I love you, and I can't wait to Mayberry to see you guys.
It's going to be awesome.
Thanks, Susan. We'll see you later.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Back in yet?
Whoops, took my own self out of the live stream. All right. I got some stickers I want to show tonight too. And my husband's got some things he wants to say here. All right. Are we back on yet? There we go. I got a sticker from Endless Rving. Nursing Our Travel Bug, and P&W Adventure, and Roy and Becky Travels. And if anybody wants a sticker from me, just give me an email, and I'll be glad to send you a sticker. Just email me with your address. All right, Mr. Jim. Oh, I got to change mics. Hang on just a moment. Everybody can hear us? Let me know to put a Y in the chat if you can hear us. I've changed out microphones. Can everybody hear us? We don't hear you.
I'm talking.
Can you hear me now?
Nope.
Okay, now they're coming up Y. There we go. All right, Mr. Indiana boy.
I got Y.
Do you have a message for our little buddy Gus?
Hey, Gussie, I seen a little show you put on last night. My wife keeps messing around with the computer here.
Go ahead.
I just wonder how come every time Gus is in the subject, she's got to take me off there or kill my mic or something. And, you got it now?
Yeah, I'm in.
All right, Gus, I seen your little show last night. Didn't like it too good, buddy. You know, before I start disliking you more than I dislike you now, we're going to put a video out. We're going to make it tomorrow, Sunday. We're going to put it out Wednesday morning. You need to watch it, Gus, because I'm calling you out on this video, Gus. I want to get you know you better, Gus, before I start disliking you like Bob and Camper Life and Jerry Holler and everybody else. I want to make sure, Gus, that we're on the same page.
Oh, yes, Gus called him germ and everything last night. I played him the video back, and he was like,
Gus, you're funny, buddy. That's just funny, Gus.
Also, we all need to, we got a PayPal account going for Jerry Holly to help them with their medical bills. If Mel Nettie or any of the moderators can drop a link to Jerry Holly's PayPal account in the chat so anybody could donate. We got some challenges going out there. You know, to get, if you can get this done, if you can raise so much, this is going to be done. And
hey, Gus, trust me, watch the video. You think I'm on fire now?
I want to thank Mel Nettie out there. She's an angel in my heart. She knew that we had trouble locating masks. We ordered them through 2 different places, and they were overseas. They were lost and all different things. And bless Mel Nettie's heart. She's an angel. She made some masks for me and Jim. And now we can go out in public and be safe. And I appreciate that, Mel Nettie. You're an angel in our hearts. We wore them today while we was out in town. We love it. And
hey, Bob's Adventure, I told Susan I'd shave my head too, but she won't let me.
I kind of like his hair.
I told her I'd do it if they reached a certain amount, and she told me no.
I love my husband's hair.
It'll grow back. But see, I figure if I shave it, then I can look like Gus, give me some big bushy eyebrows, a toupee stick on the back half, and I'll be looking at get some little noodle arms, and you can call him Gus Jr.
And I want to live in an RV full time with you. I guess you better take one in the RV, and I'll take the other in. But I want I don't know. You're the driver of it because we have the Class A, so I better watch what.
Well, Gus says he's got a noodle arm. He can drive with noodle arms. I guess I can drive ours with noodle arms.
Yeah, I could. Yes, I could go get in Gus's new arm right off with him.
Finally.
Oh, mercy.
What's up, Saxy Max?
If anybody that's in here tonight hasn't subscribed to my channel, I appreciate if you hit that subscribe button and ring that bell. We got some really cool stuff coming out. And, yeah, Larry, he shaved his head and no one noticed, yeah? He did. We're going to do Thank
you, Gus. I feel the same way.
We're going to put out a video to let everybody know more about me. We haven't really done a video like that. And we thought it was about time to tell a little bit more about me, about the plans we have for our channel and what our plans are for the future. And we're just going to put that out this week.
Hey, Gussie, I got your doggy treat. Gussie, you want a doggy treat?
And I want to stay in an RV with you all the time. Oh, have mercy. After my show tonight, my live stream tonight is Papa Drew. I believe he's got Daydream About Nice Things and Jerry Holly on there. They're going to see who can laugh first or however that goes. So if my moderators will go ahead and put a link in the chat here in a minute, we're going to go raid Papa Drew. And we're going to watch Daydream About Nice Things and Jerry Holly go at it tonight.
Don't forget, Susan's got a video coming out Monday. They want to do the Get to Know Us and put it out on Wednesday, and then we'll be back live Friday night. Unless Gus shows up and kicks me out and he takes over.
Gus is always welcomed here. You know that girl. Gus has a way with the ladies' hearts. And he does not, and he tells these men a thing or two. Oh, Gus says jealousy looks good on Germ. As everybody know, Gus calls him Germ. He won't call him Jim. He calls him Germ. So I was talking with Downsizing to Make Sense. It'd be cool if we all did have shirts for the Mayberry meetup. I think that would be cool. Everybody to have.
So long, Kentucky Coal Miner.
Kentucky Coal Miner. Hope you have a good night. And let's, if you can't make a contribution to Jerry Holly's PayPal account, just a good prayer would do, because Diane need it.
Whatever, Gus.
Yes, Gus knows how to treat a lady.
Larry Harvey, you're too young to grow gray hair, man. You got to be my age before you get gray hairs.
So after this, we're going to go over there and raid Papa Drew. I hope everybody has a good weekend. It's going to be pretty here. And we're going to go out for a drive and just relax this weekend and have some fun. So we got a few minutes here. I hope everybody had a good evening, and I hope you enjoyed the interview with Downsizing Makes Sense. I love Larry and Alice. They're just such down-to-earth people, and I started watching them to know how to try to downsize and see how they dealt with the different issues that come up along the road, because we were always worried about how you deal with mail, how you deal with the internet, how you deal with these different things. So I've been watching them and learning from them. Everybody, yes. Oh, the Mayberry meetup is October the 15th through the 18th in Mount Airy, North Carolina. When you call the Mayberry campground, tell them if you're with the Camper Life meetup party, and you get a 10% off of your campsite. Come to Blue Waves live stream Saturday night, and he'll let you know more details about it. I think he's got a map he's going to pull out, because we're really getting a lot of channels going to be there. I believe there's probably approximately 32 channels going to be there.
Hey, Gus, I'll tell you what. I'll send you a plane ticket so you can meet up at the Mayberry meetup with us.
Yeah, Gus, I wish.
Maybe me and Bob can take you fishing, if you know what I mean.
I think Gus needs to come to a meetup. All of us ladies would like to finally just to meet this little handsome fella.
How about it, Gus? You want to come?
I want to thank all my moderators tonight. You all did a wonderful job moderating and welcoming everybody and taking care of everything. I appreciate everything you did tonight. And I plan on doing some more interviews like this with different channels and everything.
Gus, does that look better? Good, because I can't see you either.
And Melnetti, thank you, girl. We appreciate it. They fit perfectly, and we love them. I hope everybody has a good night. And
hello, Ventures in the Heartland.
Ventures in the Heartland. Oh, now, Bob, Gus.
That's right there, boys.
Gus would not make good shark bait. No.
That'll be like a minnow.
Oh, Gus says all the ladies can stay in his Class A. Well, that is a welcome invitation. So when we get tired of looking at our hubbies, we can go over and spend some time in Gus's RV. Adventure RV Adventure says bring Gus down to the Everglades for a fishing trip. I'm afraid that'd be a fishing trip that would go really bad quick. Yeah, I like doing interviews because it is a good way to get to know each other better. I mean, because not everybody does live streams, and not everybody's comfortable, or not everybody has time to do an hour live stream. So this way, you get to know each other. Doreen Brennan, Gus is from a puppet from the channel The Art of RVing. If you want to know more about Gus, I totally recommend you go over and check out the channel, The Art of RVing. And Gus even made his own little video. He appears in Mark and Carrie's live streams. And it's just a fun little character that Mark has come up with, and we appreciate it. So if everybody's ready, go over and raid. Click on the link and raid Papa Drew's RV Life. And we're just going to have some fun tonight. Have a good night, everyone.
So long.